Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. I'm Nurul Kautsar binti Zamri with metric number U200-2354. So I want to talk about one issue related to law and pandemic of Covid-19 in Malaysia, which is human right that we prohibited to do during this PKP 2.0. We all have heard that there is a right to freedom of speech, the right to peacefully assembly and the right to from association. Article 10 Federal Constitution. Do you have a right to travel? Is it guaranteed in the Constitution? Article 9 of the Constitution states that every citizen has a right to move freely throughout the Federation and to reside in any part thereof. So there it is. You can move about freely. Long before we have gained our independence, in the Supreme Court of Virginia, a case was heard and judgment delivered on September 12, 1930. It concerned a citizen and a chief of police in a city called Lynbird. D.C. Smith was the chief of police. He tried to stop Thompson from driving his private car on the city streets. Under Virginia's laws, a person who intended to drive a vehicle on Lynbird roads required a permit. One had to apply for one to the chief of police. The law gave the chief of police a right to refuse to issue the permit. It said, and no permit shall be issued unless such examination shall disclose that he or she possesses such ability and knowledge as, in the judgment of the chief of police, qualify such person to receive such permit. Before this case, Thompson had twice been convicted of speeding. The chief of police revoked Thompson's permit, but he could not prove that he had sent it to Thompson or that Thompson had indeed received it. The court said the provision authorizing the chief of police to revoke the permit of any driver who, in his opinion, becomes unfit to drive an automobile on the streets of the cities is void. The reason for this, the court explained, was because it is a delegation of legislative power to an administration officer. Ipes J elevated the right to travel to the same level as the right to life and liberty. He held that the right of the citizen to travel upon the public highway and to transport his property thereon in the ordinary course of life and business is a common right which he has under his right to enjoy life and liberty, to acquire and possess property, and to pursue happiness and safety. It includes the right in so doing to use the ordinary and usual conveyance of the day and under the existing modes of travel for the usual and ordinary purpose of life and business. It is not a mere privilege, like the privilege of moving a house in a street, operating a business stand in the street, or transporting person or property for hire along the streets, which a city may permit or prohibit at will. The exercise of such a common right the city may, under the police power, regulate it in the interest of the public safety and welfare, but it may not arbitrarily or unreasonably prohibit or restrict it, nor may it permit one to exercise it and refuse to permit another of like qualifications under like conditions and circumstances to exercise it. So there you have it. You have a right to move about freely and to drive whenever you like. So related to today's situation in Malaysia, everybody should not be banned from crossing state and district because that is the human right. Hak kebebasan asasi, right? Even the reason for preventing the spread of COVID, but in fact this issue is all just the responsibility of the individual himself. For me, our right to freedom should not be restricted. We can go out across the state and district, but the government just said that it is compulsory to wear masks, keep 2 meters from others, and so on. Have a pity on us, especially students who are here in the college. We are indeed ready planning to go home this semester break. Alright, so that's all from me. Thank you and stay safe, guys. Bye.